So you need to log in. Your login credentials are your student number. Your password is your student number. And then what you need to do is you need to create a phone ticket. So a phone ticket, there's a couple of things that you have to do to get that to work. Is you actually have to create a customer first, or else you need to find a customer. So so just a couple of steps in this. One, we have to create a customer or find a customer. And as I said, I'm happily surprised to go into the system and see that there's like 4 or 5 customers in there because the system was empty. And so some students went in there and created some customers, and they actually, I think they just they used other students who are agents as customers. So then it's got some theory questions to do. So you have to create a ticket, and then you have to answer these theory questions. What is an agent? What is a ticket? And you can Google that stuff, I think. Why do we use OTRS? When you're doing the OTRS questions, yeah, you might keep in mind that what we're talking about there is an incident management system. And you can frame that in the context of the ITSM. That was the first lesson that we did. And yeah, answer it that way, I think. Incident ownership, we talked about that directly in a previous lesson. 5 stages of incident management, you're probably going to have to Google and find out about that. And then you're going to put your answers into this document. You can do some screenshots of what happened in the in OTRS, because yeah, sure, the tickets are there, but yeah, it's kind of to separate. I'd rather not have to separate them from the actual assignment. So if you could take an image of the work that you've done in the OTRS and sort of put that in with your submission, I would appreciate that. Okay, so that's the work you have to do. As I said, there's a couple ways of finding that, I guess, is you could find it in the content, or you could follow this link in the home. There's a link there. When you're finished, you need to upload it to the Dropbox, and it's probably the only Dropbox folder we've got at the moment. Yes, so you'll be able to upload your work in there. All right, so when you follow that link, it's going to take you to probably should just go to the dashboard. Once you've logged in using the credentials that I've given you, it's going to take you to the OTRS. You might remember OTRS because we used it in CR1260. And in fact, you might even remember this lab because it seems to be common with CR1260. So we have to do, it's a bit of a sort of a reminder. Now, as I said, I can see that there's 3 tickets that have been already created. I didn't create those tickets, so that's students here that did that. And I can know that by just opening the ticket, and I can see what's happened there, right? So Hessa and Mariani, I thought there was another ticket there. I thought there was, okay. So they have created tickets. So I think that, oh, sorry, there was 3 tickets. Here's our notes about it, which is the notes from the assignment said, it's got to be a mail thing. So they've created this ticket. So the best way to look at any tickets, if you want to find a ticket, if it's there, well, there's 4 tickets there, is to go to the ticket menu and don't look at the queue view, look at the status view, and you'll be able to see the tickets that other people have created. You'll be able to see the tickets that you've created. So I can see that Jason and Aisha and Mariana have created these tickets, and then we can look at each one of those individual tickets and see what they've done. And so if you did this ticket, you could then take a snip of that and sort of stick it into the Word document, which is used as the assignment, and that would show that you've done that work. I'd appreciate that because I can see who's created that ticket. All right. Now, so before you can create the ticket, you can make, by the way, you can make, do you see under the ticket menu, it has new phone ticket. That's what you need to do for this assignment, is do the new phone ticket. So it will be due, you could you create it for yourselves? Well, I suppose so. But look, there's no problem finding a classmate. If we go to the admin and we look down at the agents, right? It'll list for you all of the agents that are current. You could choose any one of them as a customer. And so the agent name is your student number. So if you know somebody who's in the class, you could use them. So and yeah, so you could do that. You could choose any one of those and make them into a customer. So let me say I'd like to have Noor Al Ali as a customer. So what I could do is I go to my customer um, drop down menu, and I could go to customer uh, administration, and I could add a customer. And so if I know their name number, what if I could remember that number? What was that number? Let me go back and look. Let me get that number. Maybe I'll copy it and paste it, right? So let's see, that was Noor Ali. Gonna be hard. Well, when I click on this, it's going to give me this thing here, right? So I'm going to copy that. And then I'm going to go to the customers. I'm going to go to customer administration, and I'm going to add a customer. I'm going to put that as their customer ID, and that was Noor Ali. And just use College of the North Atlantic. This is don't even need to do this. And save. Now that customer shows up there. She's in my customer list, or he, Noor, she, he. Sure. I'm not sure about Noor. Noora, I know is a lady's name, but Noor is sometimes male, sometimes female. All right, so then I would go to my ticket, and I'm going to make a new phone ticket, and the customer user, if I can remember that number. Oh well, I had copied it, right? Oh, this needs to be a customer user. Go back here to customer user information, right? Customer user administration. And I haven't actually got that one there. So I'm going to put it in. So that was Noor Ali. And is that number? And yep. And the customer ID is going to be and then this stuff is going to be, I don't think I even need to put that. Sorry, I missed this first time through, but I think I got it up there. Let's see if that's needs a customer ID. Didn't I do that? Yeah. Let's save it. Yeah. And so now I have, so you might have to go through that process. Go back to the ticket, new phone ticket, and oh, well, I can select. Well, let's see. There we go, Noor Ali. So she's there, and she or he is there, and then I could choose a queue, choose a raw queue, and this is I don't know whatever it was. This ticket. You got to do something like more correct than this. Read the instructions, but I'm just doing it as a test. And yeah, no attachments. But so let's have a look at our tickets now in the status view, and we should have a new one. Yeah. So if you could go ahead and do that, I think that's probably enough for today. Do you have any questions? Let's see. Going to be a short lesson today. Hope that's okay. Can we create tickets for ourselves? I'm not sure that will work, but you could try. Let me know. When is it due? Before the next lesson, would that be all right? So the next lesson is on Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. So you got time. So all of you can log in. you all have an account. It's your student number is the account ID, and your student number is your password. Now, you might have noticed that I was playing there in the admin. Don't really want you to go playing in the agent admin because you might sort of mess up things. But you could change your password there if you wanted to. But I think leaving it as your student number is probably okay. Most people haven't memorized everybody else's student number. You'll probably be all right. I have to say those photos look familiar. I mean, that looks like a place I went to in Norway. That looks like um, Trondheim. I'm gonna check and see, but I think that might be. Anyway, so Sunday, okay? I hope. Oh yeah, but Norway doesn't have Chinese Japanese writing, so that maybe that's in northern Japan or something. Are we good? Yes. All right. So, Jason, maybe you've already finished. Because as I said, I was surprised. I went in there and I see some people already made some tickets, and one of them was Jason. All right. Oh, okay. All right. No, it wasn't me. I didn't make any of those tickets. Okay, students. Um, I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking to you unless you have some questions for me today, because really I just wanted to get you going on that assignment. So how are we doing? I hope that's okay. I'm going to stop